Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the Swindon Town Swiddly Poopers, and today we are taking on Fulham in the Premier League. We need to win this game because all we ever do is draw, and that's not the way to win. Today I'm going to talk to you about the year after college. So a lot of people just graduated from college, like several million people just graduated from college here in the last couple weeks. So I thought I would talk about the year after college. That was one of the most upvoted things. By the way, if you want me to talk about something, leave it in comments and then and read other people's comments and vote up your favorites, because that's how I decide what to talk about on these shows. Today, so the year after college. Or even, let's say, the 2 years after college. The 2-year transition from whether it's college or high school or whenever, or graduate school, whenever you choose to enter the so-called real world. The first thing that I would recommend you do is that you read the David Foster Wallace essay, This is Water, which he gave as a commencement address at Kenyon College, my alma mater, many years after I was there. But it's a great speech and really, really influential in the way that I think about my life. I hope I haven't made a Swiddly Poopers video about this before. But anyway, I've made 125 of these things, so you can't expect me to be completely original every time. Anyway, it's going to suck. That's the basic takeaway here. That pass sucked. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's going to suck. It's going to suck for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason is that you're making a transition and you're being asked to do something. Oh, that pass. It's almost there. You're being asked to do something that you don't know how to do, and you don't have any way of knowing how to do it. And more importantly, you're entering into everything that's good and nice and manageable about adulthood are the parts of adulthood that you're probably not going to have in the year after you graduate from college. Listen, guys, I'm going to be frank with you. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, God, that took forever. I think I would have scored if I hadn't had to sneeze, but, that's part of the game. Sneezing is part of the game when you are a semi-professional video game player like myself. You just have to learn. You have to learn to play through the sneezes. That's what my mentor taught me, Husky StarCraft. Go! Oh, boy. Kesal de Jebediti would be very disappointed in that pass. My other FIFA mentor. Oh, ball John Green, trying to dribble through everybody like you have skill moves. You ain't got no skill moves. So what's pleasurable about adulthood is stability and, having enough money to eat on a regular basis, and then, having this really pleasant support network that makes everything in life easy. Oh, just a little bit more on that pass makes everything in life easier and more fun. And it's kind of hard to have that in the first year after college because you probably aren't going to have much money unless you're working in banking or something. Oh, what? Oh, it's a foul. That's a red card. Oh, I was not offside. Once again, the side judge, the line judge, whatever his name is, he did a terrible call. Despicable. Oh, God. Ricardo Bunsen-Berna, you're not needed. So you're building your social network, your professional network, all of these things that are later going to be very useful to you, but that you don't have now. Ball John Green. Ball John Green. Ball John Green! Ball John Green! Go back to your husband. Give him a hug. That's what I love to see. It's two John Greens expressing their love for each other in a knee-to-knee kind of way. What a great tackle by Ball John Green. He's been getting better since I learned the rules of FIFA that you can make your player improve by teaching him things. So he's a better tackler than he used to be, and it just showed. Fantastic stuff, and suddenly we are on the edge of our second victory in the Premier League this year. Could it be? Time will tell. So, right, but to return to my point about how the years after college kind of suck, they do kind of suck. Now, there's a lot of pleasure in them, and this is obviously not universal. For some people, they're great years, but for a lot of people, they're very difficult. I know they were, for me, the worst. Other than when maybe middle school, the first 2 years after college were the worst because I felt extremely insecure. I didn't know what I was supposed to do with my life. I still don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life, really, but I feel much less nervous about it now than I used to. And I felt I felt this false sense of immediacy, this sense that things were going to either work out or not, and it would happen soon. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, if I don't meet the girl I'm going to marry by the time I'm 25, I'll never be happy. Well, that turned out not to be true. Oh no! Oh, a nervous moment for the Swoodly Poopers. Hold on, I'm getting a call. It's Elise, who you'll remember from yesterday. Hello, Elise. I'm recording a Swoodly Poopers episode. Oh my, if I give up this goal, you're responsible! I didn't. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Ricardo Bunsen-Burnham made a heroic save. I am recording, yes. But I'll call you later. All right, bye. Oh, no, thank you. All right, bye. Oh, what a nervous moment. I was going to blame Elise. It was going to be the end of our publicist-author relationship. It would have been so awful because she's the best. And I love her, but I would have had to do it because it was the right... Yeah, there you go. Green, Ball John Green getting Merrick, silent but deadly, and twice as Vice excited about the game. Look at this. We're winning 1-0 going into the second half. Great stuff. Great stuff from Ball John Green. He makes a tackle and then just, a relaxed finish. And then Ricardo Bunsen-Burnham. He's a hero. And then a very dangerous tackle there from, I believe, Merrick. But good stuff. All right. So to return to the question of, so here's what I would say. The first thing is that you got to be patient with yourself. You have to understand that you know you're coming into this weird thing called adulthood, and like, of course you don't know how to do it. You know, like when I look back and I think about both my interpersonal and professional relationships, like of course I didn't know what I was doing, and of course it was extremely stressful. I was doing something for the first time, and you know, that was a pretty good shot actually. It's hard to do something. It's hard to do something well when it's new. And so the first thing that I would say is that you really have to be patient with yourself. Also, you're at the, you know, in a lot of cases professionally, you're either in this job market, you know, struggling to find work at all, or certainly struggling to find fulfilling work. And then even if you have like the quote unquote like entry level dream job, you're still probably getting knocked around a little bit by people who are a lot more experienced than you and have very high expectations for your work, and you're worried about getting fired and like everything else. So just be nice to yourself. I know I give that advice a lot, but I think it's kind of underappreciated. If you call a foul on me there, referee, I'm going to pants you. It's an empty threat. I can't pants you. I can't get inside the game. No goal. Great job by the wall. Ball John Green is so tall. He just blocked it with his big, beautiful head. Then Leslie Pettinari was, go Leslie. Go. Oh, should have gone to the corner there, big guy. So that would be my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is to try to build that social network that is going to be sustainable. And a big part of that, to me at least, is like not worrying too terribly much about marriage and that kind of stuff. You're young. You got your whole life to be married. Now, like, if you want to get married because you've like been together since like grade school or whatever, I'm not judging people. Whatever you want to do is fine, but just don't put so much pressure on yourself. It's gonna be fine. It's also not that big of a deal, it turns out. Like, I realize that's easy for me to say, sitting here playing FIFA for a living at the ripe old age of 34, but it really, you'll be surprised by how differently things work out from what you're likely expecting at this point in your life. It should have been a goal. It should have been 2-0. Tell you what, man, Fulham, they're not having a great game. You gotta say what you think, and I don't think Fulham are playing well right now. You could have just held that ball up for a second. There was about to be a beautiful run. So, I'll briefly tell you my own story. I moved to Chicago right after I graduated. Well, I worked for 6 months as a hospital chaplain, and then I moved to Chicago right after I graduated from school, and it was really, really hard. I was in a new place. I do recommend, by the way, you know, I mean, people I think don't say this often enough. A lot of professional and personal success is about who you know. And it's a lot easier in a big city than it is in a small city. Or it's a lot easier, some small cities have jobs. It's a lot easier to find a job in a place where there are jobs. So I went to Chicago because I had heard that it was the kind of place that had jobs, as opposed to where I was living in Ohio. And that's how I got my job, first as a temp and then as an assistant at the American Library Association. That kind of made the whole rest of my life possible because I met Eileen, etc. Oh, no. Oh, Eileen would not have been proud of that defense there. Eileen, I'm embarrassing my mentor. Come on, guys, come on, get this victory. You can do it. It's there for the snatching. And I had a really difficult time. I had a really difficult first 2 years in Chicago. I didn't really like the city. I didn't know it. It was too big for me. I thought everyone was big, fakey, fakehead. And I had friends. And I really valued those friendships, but I ended up sort of not focusing on my friendships and instead focusing on a doomed romantic relationship in the manner of many people in their early 20s, and that was really unfortunate. So that colored my own experience, I guess. But my primary memory is, yes, they're squatting in shame. That's my favorite kind of squatting because we won the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers with their second victory of the season. Astonishingly, 10 games into the season, we remain unbeaten. It's true. Anyway, you'll be fine. Just be patient with yourself. Thanks for watching. I sound like my therapist. Best wishes.